Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's SS454 LS6. Today I am going drag racing, which is the first time I've been out all year. I may not have too many more chances to go this year. To be honest, I'm kind of nervous. I got a bit of the jitters. So hopefully that doesn't affect my performance too much. As you can see, I have the front skinnies on, rear drag radials, 295/55 R15. I got my laptop and helmet and everything like that, so I think I'm good to go. So let's go down there and get teched in. That felt pretty good. Stalled out though. Stalled out at the end. I need to figure out why it's doing that. Alright. Yes! We finally did it! 1287, can you see that? 1287.62 at 107.42. Finally! Finally! So I don't know if you guys can see this okay, but this is the log after my first 12-second run. You can see in here, it was a little rich to start off with. In first gear, leaned out a bit, but not too bad. Second gear was nice. Third gear was nice, and fourth gear carried out all the way at about 12.6, 12.7. So I'm pretty happy with that. I might try my target AFRs just a little richer just to see if that does anything for us. But otherwise, I think our tuning did a good job. The only thing I have to figure out is why did it stall out there? I don't really get why it's doing that, but that's annoying. That's for sure. That is really annoying. It's almost like I just run out of fuel. I don't know. Alright, we're going in for our second run. We got 19 PSI in the tires, different lane. Car's running much hotter, so I'm thinking power's not going to go, so whatever. A good run. I think that was a 13.2 or so, because I spun pretty hard off the line. Temperatures went from 206 to 195 down a quarter mile. I really got to get this fan fixed. Second gear. Log off this time so I actually record it. It felt better than the second run, but not as good as the first. So I'm thinking maybe like a 1308 or something. How good of a guess are we? We did a 1304. So yeah, good 60 foot, but it spun second, surprisingly. Never had it spin second before. Well guys, it was a good day of drag racing. Any time that you can drive down to the track and drive back, I would consider that a good day. I finally got my 12-second time slip. I know that's not very impressive by today's standards especially, but it's something I've always known was in the car. It was just a matter of getting that time slip. So for sure a milestone to finally have that happen. I lost my hearing a bit because of this car right here. I also ran into Rich Guido and his wickedly fast 65 GTO. I think he only made one pass before he blew a brake line, so I didn't get to see him run, but super cool guy, awesome car. And funny story is the last time I talked to my cousin, he told me that years ago, back when the car was basically just a beat up shell, he had a chance of buying that car, and he turned it down, obviously. And when I talked to Rich, yeah, sure enough, his story checks out. So, small world. Some takeaways. I did notice a bit of a vibration driving to and from the track, particularly around 90 to 100 kilometers an hour, around that speed. And it could be vibration from the driveline, but I don't think so. At least it shouldn't be, but who knows, something may have came loose. Could be the tires, because I don't recall this happening with my street tires, and I just put the drag tires on, the day of the yesterday. But it's something I'm going to have to take a look at. One thing I've always noticed is my first run is typically always my best run, as long as I don't mess up the launch or miss a shift. And I think the reason for that is because my coolant temperature is typically at its lowest, and my driveline temperatures are typically at the highest. So it just seems to be the most optimal conditions for my car. Not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do with that, except for working on the cooling system on this, which I've talked about in a previous video. But when I analyzed my the data between the first run and the third run, and despite the DA being about 600 feet better, I really didn't pick up any top end speed. The power didn't seem any better than it was in worse conditions. So, just is what it is, I guess. I definitely look forward to getting a new fan setup for the car, if parts ever become available. Not a big deal. I'm not in a major rush for it, but the next time I go down to the track, I would like to have a new fan set up in the car, and I would like to see the difference in terms of horsepower and starting line coolant temperatures, as I do think there is some performance to be had. I think the tune-up I did on the Fitech EFI definitely improved the car. If you haven't seen that video, you can check the link in the description. But the tune-up I'm happy with. I checked the logs and the AFRs are right in line where I kind of hoped for them to be. There was very little trimming going on, which is, in my opinion, a success. So very happy about that. Obviously, I need to work on the launch. That is been the story for years now, and it hasn't changed all that much, unfortunately. A couple things I might be able to try is lower tire pressure. You know, maybe I'll go down to 16 psi or so. I dropped it down to 19 only. Didn't seem to do anything. I think I need more heat in the tires, so a longer, better burnout. As I've never had the problem before, but I've never spun going into second with these tires, at the track at least. So I think there might be some adjustments there. Also, I think I could adjust the front shocks because they're still on my road racing setup because they're such a pain in the butt to change. So I could do a little bit there, but I don't mind a little bit of tire spin off the launch because with a twin disc ceramic clutch, manual transmission, and radial tires, it's a hard hit. And I do not want to be breaking stuff because I've done that before, and that was very, very expensive, and I don't want to do that again. So finding ways to soften launch, I think, is only a good thing. So I have some ideas, and maybe I can get to that in a future video. Oh, another thing I wanted to mention was I had a couple of YouTube viewers come up to me and say hello at the track. I think that's awesome. So I appreciate all you guys that view the channel. And yeah, if you recognize the car or whatever, by all means come say hello. I think it's always cool to meet the viewers and show me what you got going on. I think that's super cool. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and as always, thanks for watching.